Hey, Brock, how are you?
Doing well, John. How are you?
I'm excited to have our first live podcast.
Yeah.
We got camera for the YouTube, and then we'll just have the regular audio podcast. But
It's a lot of firsts. We're live. We're on video. Here in person. So
that's right. In Menfluential 2019.
yeah.
So you came in from New York.
Yeah, I was in New York for the week working with Peter Manning, and you came in from.
I came from home.
Right?
This is the first trip in 3 months. So last year, I was in a city on Monday. I was in a city on Wednesday, and then I flew in to the conference, and then I flew home on Saturday. So this is a stark change.
And are you flying just like with the regular, like with the peasants now, or are you still
I'm in Comfort.
status?
I'm in Comfort Plus.
Okay,
I still have some status.
Yeah.
But then when we landed, I ran into Eric and Travis White, and Eric was like, "Hey, you want to run to the Sky Club?" And I was like, "My membership expired."
Ooh.
First world, and it's most extreme.
The glamorous life of online entrepreneurship.
Yeah.
Yeah, I finally got the lowest level of Delta status from my back and forth to New York, and I thought that it came with the Sky Club membership, and it doesn't.
No,
Until like
it comes with Diamond.
Oh, Diamond, yeah.
Yeah, or you have to have like a really nice thing. But
Yeah.
I texted you. There's a lot of articles now where they're saying like the credit cards are jacking up. The credit cards and the airlines are jacking up the requirements so high that it's like unattainable for a lot of people.
Yeah.
It's like it used to be really easy to get Diamond. It used to be you had to spend $25,000 on a credit card.
Yeah.
Now it's $250,000, like 10x higher.
Yeah.
So
It's insane.
time to leave it home. Start taking the train.
Yeah, I mean, I think that industry is the same as any other where it's like very old, and it'll be disrupted, and like I think people will probably start getting like universal cards that just give them perks everywhere, like the Amex Platinum or something like that.
I'm actually taking the train to New York in March because like I drove last time, and if you work out like the cost, it's about the same. It's a
With,
9
like,
hour
parking and everything.
Yeah, it's like a 9-hour train. So I'm gonna sit on the train and work and write scripts and everything. And
Yeah, the train is delightful.
so, I know.
The train is great.
You
There's,
did
no
you did New York to
security.
DC, right?
Yeah, New York to DC on the Amtrak Acela. It's like it's quick. It's like comfortable. There's a little snack cart. You can walk around.
Yeah. Every time I come back from Europe, I would always be like, man, I miss the train infrastructure there because like you can do all over the continent. You can go in between the countries. Like over there, they have very good rail, and always made me sad to come back.
Yeah, I wish we had better rail here because like I want to go from like Tucson to LA and just just like trips like that, like on the train, even if it takes longer, if it's comfortable. So one day when Elon Musk fixes everything,
will save everything.
Yeah.
He will make transportation great again.
God, I met this guy in Tucson who drives a Tesla, so anytime we go anywhere, we could be going like a mile. He's like, I'll drive. Like he'll like come pick me up and then we'll go back. And just every time I get in there, I'm like, I will have one of these one day. They're just so nice.
Pat Flynn's here. He's a big Tesla guy.
He's here?
Yeah.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Nice. I gotta say hi to him.
I know. I got to shake his hand. Just last week, I heard it was the end of a podcast, and somebody was like, "Thank you for everything you do from our whole audience. You changed." And I was like, I wish I could tell him that. And then
Yeah.
here's because Antonio's buddies with him.
That's right. Yeah, they've been going to the same. I think actually Antonio's like spoken at his conference and stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then Nathan Barry. We just heard Nathan Barry's talk. He's a great guy. I've actually never met him in person, but I've known him for a long time.
Well, he had you front and center.
Yeah, he had me on one of his slides. Yeah, yeah. I mean, I was like early ConvertKit customer because I was on Aweber, and they were reaching out to people, to like bloggers in the space because he's friends with Barron from back in the day, and they were just like handpicking people, to try to get people over from Aweber to ConvertKit, and so yeah, I was probably like one of their first, I don't know, couple hundred customers.
Well, it's you and Gretchen Rubin and Tim Ferriss.
Yeah.
Good company.
Yeah, and good company. Yeah.
Yeah, it was them on a side and then you on a side, and it was like all hanging out there.
I'll take the association.
Yeah, not bad. So we got Tan Pham is up now, and he's talking, and he'll be on the podcast pretty soon. It's cool to see all the people we've talked to on the podcast come like talk to them here, and then we're gonna get some other guys coming out of this as well.
Yeah. Tan's a great guy. I'm excited to hear his story on the podcast because he's slightly different because he's really into fashion personally, but his company is about productivity and stuff. So we'll kind of get a different take on the entrepreneurship questions.
I've learned that he collects Louis Vuitton like wallets, like your wallets are like card holders. Like he gets them from all over the world and stuff.
Yeah.
So yeah.
He's like a high fashion guy. Like he's a well dressed guy, and he's like he was wearing some like light gray Common Projects today. I was like,
What's the he was wearing it in LA a lot. The tiger was it Gucci, or it's a designer.
I think
This shows how not of much of a designer that I am because it was either Gucci or one of those. It's one of those nicer like luxury brands, but it's
Yeah.
just like big, like artistic tiger on the back of a leather jacket.
Yeah.
And, he was wearing that a lot in LA.
Yeah, he does a lot of that where like it's like a pretty simple outfit, but then he's got this one like clearly like very designer like bold piece, and you're like, okay.
That's the well-built style philosophy. Manny always says that. It's like you can have gray everything and then a hot red shirt. It's like,
Yeah.
then you're okay. But if
Yeah.
you're like hot red shirt with green pants, stay at home.
Yeah, yeah. Man, speaking of, I know we've talked about this Twitter account before, but if you're not following Well Built Style,
Yeah.
what a great Twitter account.
And he's been on the podcast. He was like,
That's right.
last year we talked to Manny
Yeah.
about some cool stuff.
We should catch up with him again because I feel like he's actually grown a lot since then.
Yeah.
Even though for him it's like totally a hobby, but he just gets like so much engagement on everything he tweets, you know?
Yeah.
Just speaks the truth.
I know. Because he's in that group of like Tanner and there's Manny and then there's like AJ, Alexander Cortez. There's like
Right.
this group of the guys that all kind of support each other and
Yeah.
they retweet each other. But they've niched out this like section of Twitter to be like, here's the guys that are like interested in getting better. Like they want to get muscular, they want to look good at the same time.
Yeah, they have like 2 or 3 common interests, and they all kind of like center around that. And then another mutual friend, Robert Ordway, he'll be talking in a little bit about I think overcoming failure. So he'll probably talk a little bit about his experience running the menswear boutique in Indiana. So that'll be interesting. Of course, we hung out with him and his like DC style group not too long ago in
Yeah.
DC.
DC Dapper Dudes.
Yeah, yep. So that's cool to see him also getting like more involved in this. You know?
Right.
Yeah. I don't know who else is on the docket. I'm doing a panel later about how to make money on YouTube. So if you have any tips.
Oh. Well, I just learned that I shouldn't put links in my videos.
Oh,
Because
yeah.
the algorithm punishes them, and I was like, I have 50 links in every video. It's like
Yeah.
every one of my videos has links to like the podcast and like my email list, and then like I'll link out to the brands and everything, and I'm like, I don't know if that's.
I don't know. It's fine. I was sitting next to Raphael during that Q&A, and in classic like Raphael, he leans over. He's like, "Do you think that's true?" He's like, "Have you experienced that?" It's like, "Not really." Like, I don't know. I think maybe it's channel dependent, or sometimes it's just random algorithm stuff, and we try to explain it. But I mean, I link out on all of my videos, and I haven't seen anything. So
Well, because like in like most like vloggers too, they'll have like, here's my gear, which you do.
Yes.
It's like, here's my mic, here's my camera, like here's all this stuff, and it's like everybody puts those links.
yeah, and then like with the card links to like downloads or to your website or whatever, I do that on most videos, and I feel like if they were going to penalize you for doing that, they wouldn't let you do it.
Right.
You know, like if they didn't want it that bad, they wouldn't let you do it.
And you're also shooting a video with Tim DeSaint while we're here.
Yeah, really excited to work with Tim, which he's like he's like a Hugo. He's got one of those like just fast growing like really cool new channels, and I really like his aesthetic and his production quality. It's actually funny when we were going back and forth on email and he was like kind of prepping for the video, and it's like very like to see the work that goes into the back end of his videos is really interesting, and it makes sense because if you watch one of his videos, you're like, wow, that's like really well done, very organized. And so, like, we've got a script, we've got a shot list, you know.
He asked me to cameo because he has an idea for what he wants in the intro. And
Yeah,
he's like,
we need a bunch of tall guys.
He's like, you're a tall guy. Will you come and cameo? And I was like, yeah, no problem.
Yeah.
I'll dial the phone number that dials all tall guys in the vicinity.
Yeah.
Come out.
Is there like a bat signal or
Yeah.
something? Like,
Yeah. Well, it's a laser that's just at the 6'3" level.
You
And then
can only see it.
And then you can only see it up there. It's
Yeah.
like the opposite of you have to be this tall to ride.
Yeah, yeah.
We can all see it.
I'm pretty sure he's getting Antonio to like make an announcement. Like if you're over like 6'2".
Yeah, I told him that. I said, and Antonio had no problem during a break saying like, hey, if you're tall, go outside.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that'll be cool. And then we'll do the rest on Sunday at his Airbnb, like the B-roll and stuff like that. So yeah, that should be good. It's gonna be about short man style tips. So that's a good thing about having a niche channel is you get to do one video on every other channel.
Right.
Because everybody like when they Google it, they're like, here's the only guy talking about this. We'll have him as a guest. You know?
When I talked to Tim last night, so he's going to be a podcast guest. We'll have him on once he goes back to Australia. But I got to learn a little bit about him because he's from France, but he's in Australia. He wants to go to London. He gave me a crash course on Reddit, which was very helpful.
Yeah, he exploded when he posted his first video. It was like 5 ways to wear a white T-shirt on Reddit, and it's funny because on the male fashion subreddit, male fashion advice, if you just post your own stuff, it's like not considered a cool thing to do. And he did it, and it was just so good. And I think he had credit there. it just went straight to the top.
Well,
And
he's blocked now. You have to have him tell you that story.
oh, he is blocked.
He's blocked now.
He did it too much.
Well, yeah. There's different things that happen between
Okay.
there. But yeah, we'll definitely have him. We'll definitely have him on the podcast.
You know, I'm actually doing I'm doing a Ask Me Anything on that subreddit because I've been a member there for so long, and I've almost never promoted myself. And so one of the old mods, he sent me a message. He's like, hey, you've never done anything, so like, how about an AMA?
Yeah.
So I don't know how it'll go, but
Well, and it was interesting. You did a podcast on tools and toys, and you said that the app, like one of the apps that you go to all the time, is Reddit.
Yeah.
And it's like it's true. Like you send me stuff on Reddit, and I'm like, I should be on Reddit more. Every time you do that,
Yeah.
I'm like, I should be on Reddit more.
I mean, you're mentioned there all the time.
That's pretty cool.
So yeah, you don't. I guess you don't have to be there to get the benefits, but it's cool when someone mentions you and you can kind of jump in and be like, hey, thanks. You know.
Well, I know he's in both of our comments. Daniel, he'll be on my YouTube comments, but then he's also in the MFA, and so there's definitely that crossover between the audiences, and so
Yeah.
I need to. That was what I talked to Tim last night about. I was like, how do I engage? Like, what's the proper way to go into this? Because there's a lot of rules. Each Reddit broadly has rules, but then each subreddit is like only post this way. Certain, like especially on MFA, it's like all scheduled, and so I want to like understand the proper way to do it. I don't want to just like ram my way in there and make a fool of myself.
Yeah, you got to put in your time and respect the community. There's a lot of explicit rules, and then also just like kind of unknown guidelines that people follow. But I think that good content does kind of make its way to the top of that community as it does everywhere else on the internet. So
Yeah.
if you're just kind of patient, that being a part of that group can pay off.
So you excited for the next couple of days, Menfluential?
Yeah, should be good, man. Do you have any like talks or panels that you're most interested in?
I don't really engage with the Menfluential guys. Like Jeff had a panel. Jeff can't make it this year. Jeff Morgan.
Oh,
but he had.
I thought he was gonna do a talk.
He was.
Oh,
So
okay.
he was also going to come to dinner last night, and then personal stuff came up and he couldn't go. But like Jeff engages with Jose and Antonio. He advertises essentials. Like he's in that group.
Right.
And like I don't really chat with those guys, so
Yeah.
they might not know I exist. No, we know Aaron knows that I exist.
Yeah. No, you're on the radar for sure. But yeah, it is kind of. I mean, they're the people who work with the Menfluential agency, and then there are the people who don't. I'm technically still like represented, I guess, sometimes by them, but I haven't done anything in months. So I think a lot of people here who are like kind of just starting out, like that's like the goal for them. It's like they want to be able to be represented by them or another agency. But I think increasingly there's just a variety of people here who don't really have anything to do with that. You know, they're just kind of here to meet people.
Yeah, that's what I'm here for.
Yeah.
You gonna come to the church tonight?
Are you having a party?
Oh yeah. So we have 13 guys staying at an 8,000 square foot renovated church Airbnb, and
That's bad karma, man. 13 guys in an old church. That's
no, I didn't get that far. Well, even last night, Austin is staying with us, and I said, "Damn," and he said, "It's darn," and I was like, "Well, we are in the house of the Lord, so I better be careful." But like, we played Secret Hitler.
Oh,
we had
nice.
a couple of great rounds of that. 'Cause there's a huge table in the center. Like we had 22 people sit down for dinner at this big table. So it's like it's a big space, but
okay.
So-
Yeah, I'll be at the church tonight.
and I hear the Glen is they're doing renovations, so the rooftop's closed till tomorrow.
Yeah, like traditionally the gathering space at this conference is the rooftop bar at the Glen, and yeah, they're closed. So maybe the church will be the new spot.
It'll be the church. Raphael, he texted me at like midnight. He was like, "Hey, sorry, I have a talk tomorrow." I was like, "I'm going to bed. Don't come over at midnight."
Yeah. I think there were some guys up till I don't know 12 or 1, but I mean the bar closes early there. And, dude, everybody's getting older, man. Like I can't stay up drinking until 1 and then go to a conference the next day. It's not gonna work.
Nope. I was way past my bedtime last night.
Yeah.
Well, cool. This is our first live episode. Hope the audio was okay. We're in like a construction-laden back room of the conference, and so it'll be interesting to see how this turns out, and then we'll catch up again in March.
Yeah.
We'll have Tim. We got to have Marcel on.
Right.
Come on, talk to Devin on deck. We talked to him in LA a little bit.
Oh, we gotta talk. Yeah, we gotta get Devin
Devin on deck. We got to work out our guest list while we're here. To just flesh it out.
We'll do some recruiting for sure.
Yeah. Sounds good.
All right. Until next time.
Stay stylish.
Yeah.
Thank you for listening to the Buttoned Up Podcast, a collaboration between John Shanahan of The Cavalier and Brock McGough of The Modest Man, and we will see you next week.